I've got some good stuff for you today. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. I'm so glad you're here today because these are some of my favorite videos to watch, and I'm really excited to do one of these today. I have about 8 or 9, I don't know what the real count is, really good things that I love using. I use them all the time. I think they're a great value. I love them. The company's good, the whole thing. These are the best tips that I like getting. I think you're going to enjoy it. If you're new here, welcome in. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff, you might want to consider signing up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. The link is in the description box down below. Every Sunday morning, clearly, I send out a very short, very sweet, very free email newsletter featuring all the cool things I found throughout the week, whether it's a good recipe or a great buy or a good piece of information, whatever I would tell you if we were out together having lunch. That's what goes in the Sunday morning email newsletter. Truly, it is the most popular thing about my channel. I could stop doing videos tomorrow. People would say, where's the newsletter? That's how good it is. If you'd like to sign up, it's super easy. The link is in the description box down below. It's super easy, super free, super fun. I think you're going to love it. As I mentioned, what I have for you today are some things that I think are really, really good. I'm glad I bought them. They've performed really well. I thought they were a fair price, all that sort of thing. I'm going to start with makeup today, and I have some opinions. I've been trying a little bit more makeup in the last couple of months than I have for the last year or so, and I have some thoughts about what I tried. First up is my personal opinion about skin tints. And skin tints are all the rage right now. So many companies are doing them, particularly clean beauty companies. What is a skin tint? A skin tint is almost like a tinted moisturizer, and it's probably the same thing, just a new name. In other words, a very light coverage that moisturizes and generally has some type of sunscreen protection in it as well. I have tried 3 recently. 1 I purchased and 2 were sent to me. The first one was the Haielle skin tint. I did a video on this one, and this one I haven't done a video yet. This is the Beauty Pie, and they call it Super Luminous Skin Genius. I actually used this one day when I was doing my makeup for another event, not in a video. And then the one I purchased was from Bare Minerals. I love Bare Minerals. I love their product line. They're tried and true. They've been around for a long time now. I don't know anyone who doesn't love at least something from Bare Minerals. So I tried their Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. And you know what I have to say about all 3 of these? What's the point? Truly, I wanted to love all of them. And I actually bought the Bare Minerals skin tint because I liked the Bare Minerals powder foundation so much. I thought I should try the skin tint. It might be really, really good. Here's my experience with these skin tints, and I've tried 3 so far, and I think they're probably very similar to sunscreen companies who do a tinted moisturizer, very light coverage, often very hydrating, and then they have a sunscreen component. I don't see the point in these. My experience on my skin, and I have normal, mature skin, and I'm very fair, is that the coverage I get is so minimal that it's not even worth it to me. You know how sometimes you'll put on a foundation and it looks great for the first couple of hours and then it just fades away into nothing? My experience with skin tints is it fades away to nothing within minutes. I'm not really sure if I am ever going to find a skin tint that I go, wow, this is really good and it's really worth it. My experience with all 3 of these is that I put them on, they provided just a minimum of coverage, if that. A lot of times they just faded away to nothing right away, but definitely within a few minutes or an hour or so, I really felt like I had nothing on my face. Here's the kicker with this. Well, there's a couple of kickers. The first one is these are not inexpensive. They are just as pricey as a full coverage foundation. So it's not as though you're saving money by getting a lighter tint or a lighter coverage. And then the second thing is that these have chemical sunscreens, chemical filters. I am not a fan of chemical filters in sunscreen. And they also contain skincare ingredients. But my thought is with the amount that I'm going to be putting on my skin for these skin tints, my skincare is 100 times more effective than that because I put on several serums with a full dropper full and yada, yada, yada. I have great skincare going into putting on a skin tint. So these just didn't work out for me. Now, if you use a skin tint that you think is great, definitely put it down in the comments below so maybe I can test it and try it, or we can learn from you. But for me, they just were a big fat fail. I think they're just kind of marketing hype, but maybe that's a cynical part of me. I just don't know that they really have a viable place in the makeup line. Now, what do I use when I want just a little whisper of coverage or something really light and really quick for the day? I have two products that I use. The first is, this is my holy grail foundation right now. This is the Revlon Illuminance. This is a drugstore price. It's gorgeous on my skin. It truly is. It has a little bit of illumination, which I really like. And the cool thing about this is that you can put on a very, very sheer amount of this, or just a little bit, and it does everything the skin tints claim they're going to do. Hydrate your face, create a nice glow, give you a little bit of coverage. It has all that and more in this Revlon Illuminance. So this is one thing that I'll use on my face, and it's very light. If I want to do just a minimum of coverage, I'll put a tiny little drop on the back of my hand, dot that around my face, put it in with my brush and then my makeup sponge, and I'm good to go. The other product that I really love for just quick, easy, pretty coverage with a nice glow to my face and a nice filter to really make my skin look nice is the Bare Minerals. This is their original powder foundation. Now you might be saying, if you're not familiar with this product, are you kidding me, Kimberly? On my mature skin, how's that going to work? It works really beautifully for me. I always go in with lots of hydration on my face, lots of skincare, a good moisturizer. I let my skincare absorb for 20 to 30 minutes, and then I put my makeup on. I take a big fluffy brush and I just a little bit all around my face. You need the tiniest amount on your brush. And if you want to know how I use this, I did a video a few weeks ago. You can find it where I use the Bare Minerals and you can see exactly how I put it on my face. But this is really one of my two favorites if I just want to kind of even out my skin tone. I don't want a lot of foundation on. I want it to look fresh and natural. This is one of my go-tos. Next up, I want to talk about some Jones Road products. Now, I did a full review of the Jones Road, primarily the Miracle Bombs, on my channel, and I did not hold back, and it was not a flattering review of those products. I really didn't like the line. I just felt like it didn't hit the marks that I was hoping that it would hit. If you want to see that review, you can go on over to my channel and watch it. But I have found some products from Jones Road that are really my favorites, and I want to shout them out. The first is these makeup pencils. They call them the face pencils. I love these pencils for a few reasons. First of all, they're super handy and super easy to use. I have two colors, one that is a skin tone and then one that is a little lighter that I use underneath my eyes. I use these every single time I do my makeup. They're super handy. They have great coverage. They blend in really easily, and you might be thinking a pencil on my mature skin. Honestly, put these on your skin, tap it out with your finger, it melts away and looks really pretty. And the price point I think is really reasonable and fair for these pencils. I've been using these a lot for several months now. They're $25 each. I think they're totally worth it. And the handiness factor is remarkable. They're great to travel with, easy to sharpen. There's a pencil sharpener I think you can get for $3 or $4 on the Ulta website that has the big opening for these larger pencils. I really do love these pencils, and I will repurchase them once I go through them. The two colors that I have, the one that's for my face is shade 6. That's what I use to cover up little doodads on my face. And then shade 2 goes underneath my eyes. So absolutely love these pencils from Jones Road. I think they're kind of a hidden gem, although they're on the bestseller list, so I think I'm not the only one that loves them. Next up, I want to shout out the Jones Road. This is the bronzer gel. Oh my gosh, do I love this product. Lots of product in this container, and I have the medium shade. This comes in a little squeezy tube, and I just squeeze a little bit onto the back of my hand, take my finger, dot that around my face, use my stipple brush to blend it in, and I'm good to go. I really love this bronzer. And there's a ton of product in here. I think I could use this all the time for over a year and still not go through it all the way. In addition, this medium tone, I really love it because it's a cool tone. Oftentimes you'll get bronzers or contours that have a little bit more of a warmer tone. I find for my coloring that a cool tone seems to work really nicely. So loving this gel bronzer from Jones Road. Now I did find another one recently, much more affordable, although I think this is fairly priced. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in their Contour Edition, and I believe that this is in the light. I like this very much as well. It has a different delivery system in that it is a sponge tip. Here's the only thing that I don't like quite as well as the Jones Road. This is a little warmer tone. It just comes off a little warmer than this one. This has a really cool tone, which creates more of a shadow look. This creates more of a sun-kissed look, and actually this is what I'm wearing today. I really do like this formula from e.l.f., and I think this formula rivals the Jones Road. Although when I think about it, and someone could look down and look ounce for ounce and then the cost for each product, I don't know that this is any less expensive than this because there's so much product in this. I believe this is around $10 or $12, so I think it probably pencils out just about the same amount for each product when you look at the amount of product to the price point. I do like this delivery system with the sponge tip. I'm really not a fan of sponge tips in general, but this one I really like because it works. In other words, it doesn't get gummy, a whole lot doesn't come out. It works. It works the way it's supposed to work, and it's super easy to apply. So both of these I like very much. Believe it or not, although this is high end and this is drugstore, I will bet that these pencil out to just about the same price for each. So I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these. I just want to let you know that the e.l.f. line does have a Halo Glow Beauty Wand in a blush as well. This is the Rose You Slay color. I don't know, it's kind of a silly name, but it's the same delivery system as the bronzer. A little squeezy tube. I like these very much. So I just wanted to let you know this is also available in the Halo Glow line. Next up is this e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is not a new product, and it created quite the buzz when this came out because in my mind and in a lot of other people's minds, this is an exact dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I mean, it even has the same kind of doe foot applicator. This is what I used underneath my foundation today to put a little glow on the tops of my cheeks, the front of my cheeks, and the end of my nose. This is really a good product, and it does virtually the same thing, at least for me, as the Charlotte Tilbury. So if you were wanting the Charlotte Tilbury, but you didn't want to spend that much money, you might want to give this a try. I think this is a great product. There's a ton in this container. I think it's absolutely a great buy. I want to shout out the Kosas. This is their Cloud Set powder. I love this powder, and it's almost spoiled me for being open to other powders. This powder is so good. It's what I use underneath my eyes and to really knock down the shine on my face. I use this a lot, and look, I've hardly even made a dent in the product. I'm still got a little bump here from it. This is a great buy. It's from Kosas Clean Beauty Company. Powder with more mature skin. You can start looking cakey really easily. I have never had that experience with the Kosas Cloud Set powder. It really is a good buy, and I absolutely love it. Next up, I want to talk about this lip liner. This is from Maybelline, and this is their Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the color Gone Greige. And I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's spelled Gone, G-R-I-E-G-E. Is that Greige? I don't know how to pronounce it, but you guys get the point. Anywho, I would love to show this to you, but I just used the very last bit when I did my makeup today. This is the lip liner I'm wearing today. I have really been stumped to find very many neutral lip liners that are in a cool tone. This one is gorgeous. I absolutely love it for a cool toned neutral lip liner. It almost has a little bit of a purpley tint, but it doesn't look purple on your skin. It just tones a little bit that way of a cool toned purple. It is so pretty, and I really, really like it when I'm wearing a lighter neutral lip. I don't think I've found more than 2 cool tone lip liners. The other one is from ColourPop. I bought it a few years ago. I don't even know if it's still in the line, but I'll tell you what, as soon as I get done filming, I'm gonna repurchase this. This is such a good lip liner. Today I'm wearing it with one of the City Lips Plumping lip glosses. This is their pink nude color. I think the combination is really beautiful. That's it for my makeup favorites for right now. I'm sure there's going to be some more in the coming weeks and months. I want to talk about a few other things. One is just a handy item. And then I have 2 clothing items I want to share with you that I'm loving, both of them. The first thing I want to talk about is my hair towel. And I've talked about this before, but you know what? I love this hair towel so stinking much that I want to shout it out again. Here's the thing with these hair towels. And if you haven't used a hair towel, girl, what are you doing with your life? You got to get one of these. Every time I use this, I remark to myself, this is so very handy, because it is, and they're so affordable. This one I just got off of Amazon. You can get hair towels anywhere. I'm sure you can pick one up at Walmart or CVS or Walgreens, wherever you shop. They have a ton of them on Amazon. I'll go ahead and link this one down below along with everything else. These are so handy. I spent most of my adult life wrapping my hair in a towel and then trying to balance that towel on top of my head while I did my skincare and my body care and all that stuff. What a hassle. I will never do that again. These hair towels make it so easy to get your hair up, out of your face, and away while you're doing all the other things that you do when you get out of the shower. Plus, it kind of dries your hair while it's up there. So I get out of the shower, put my hair towel on right away, then I do my body lotion, then I do my skincare, and I'll leave that hair towel on sometimes for several minutes, maybe as much as 45 minutes after I've done everything else, just to keep my hair off my face, to have that towel action drying my hair. So handy. The way they work, if you've never used one of these, and I know a lot of you have this little button, and what you do is you put that button part at the back of your head. So I bend over, flip my hair over, put that little button part at the back of my head, and then this whole area twists around my hair, and then I pull it back over my head and button it back here. You guys have probably seen me wear one of these if you've watched a lot of my videos. If you don't have one of these, or if you've never used one of these, you might want to think about picking one up, and the next thing you're going to do is want to send me an email and say, oh my gosh, that thing has changed my life. Now I want to talk about a very, very nice pair of shoes. And they're not fancy shoes at all. I live a barefoot lifestyle, mostly here in Florida, but it's winter now, so we have to like cover our toes because it's dipping down into the low 70s and 60s. And I'll tell you, it's a weird thing. I lived in the snow for a long, long time, and I would go out walking in the 50s and feel like this is fine, almost t-shirt weather. Now it dips into the 60s and I'm getting out my puffy jacket. It's crazy. But I did buy 2 pair of these. I bought these in the light gray and the dark gray. I wear these almost every day, one way or another, whether I'm going out to walk Lucy, whether I'm going to the grocery store, whatever I'm doing. These are so comfortable and so very handy. They're from Skechers, and they are a super nice, just slip-on shoe that really look great with whatever you're wearing. I can wear these with yoga pants. I can wear these with my jeans if I'm going up to the square to have lunch with a girlfriend. I've worn the heck out of these, and they're super, super light. I purchased this darker pair after having purchased the lighter pair. I have had the lighter pair for probably, 6 weeks now. Wash them in the washer, and then I just put them out in the backyard to dry. They're super handy, super comfortable, very, very light, and they're affordable as well. So if you're looking for an easy pair of sneakers, and I'll tell you, I wanted slip-ons. I have a couple of lace-up sneakers, but I thought, I just want something I can slide onto my feet, just as handy as my sandals, only that's going to give me a little bit more coverage on my foot, maybe keep my little feet a little warmer, and these really have fit the bill. Last up, I want to talk about this sweater. I have worn this in a few videos now. So many of you have asked me where I got it, and I want to tell you the story about how I picked this up recently. I had a leopard print cardigan, gosh, I think almost from the time I started my channel 4 years ago. I'm pretty sure I picked it up off of Amazon. I wore the heck out of that thing. And the neat thing about having it be a cardigan, you know, with buttons down the front, is that you can wear a black shell underneath it or a neutral colored shell. So you have some versatility. You can wear it as a full shirt on its own. You can wear it as a sweater. It just is such a great wardrobe addition. And the first one that I purchased, I ended up not keeping it. When I kind of went through everything when I moved from the West Coast to the East Coast, I can't believe it, I did not keep that sweater. I'm pretty sure I gave it to my daughter. I missed it so much. And there were so many times when I went in my closet looking for that sweater, not remembering that I didn't keep it. And then I'd be crushed thinking about, why did I not keep that? It was so handy. Well, I was looking at the Talbot's catalog. I've been buying a lot of clothes lately from Talbot's and Chico's, really loving everything I purchased. I haven't taken anything back. And I saw this on the Talbot's website and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pick that up and I'm gonna love it. And you know what? I did, and I do. It is so comfortable. It's beautifully made. I actually like the colorway of this one better than my first one because it's a little lighter. My first one had a darker background color than this one. I actually prefer this. It's nice and long. It's well made. It fits like a dream. I felt like it was a great price. I ended up picking it up when they had one of their little sales. I'm not sure what I paid for it, but it was a little less than the retail price. I can tell you this is going to stay in my wardrobe. I'm not going to declutter it. I'm going to appreciate having it because it is so very versatile. It's so cute and so very handy. Well, that's what I have for you today. Some things that I really love, I use all the time, I think are totally worth it, and I'm a fan of the company as well. I hope that you found this fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and seeing me today. It just makes my day when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.